All right, the stars are settled now, and the pain doesn't feel like it was 2 days ago. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us on the show. Today is the Tuesday edition. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Well, it's still the aftermath of the African Cup of Nations. Of course, the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire are champions, and of course the Super Eagles of Nigeria, well, finished in second place. We'll be talking about all of that and all the things that have happened. The Eagles have landed. Of course, they've been honored by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, honored the Super Eagles. We'll be talking about what was in the package. We'll talk about all of that, all for you. And of course, it's the UEFA Champions League night. We'll be talking about that as well. It's a two-man show. My colleague Austin Okona-Akpan is suited and ready. And of course, we're taking a ride together.
What a great taste to you, Yemi, and of course, our viewers joining us from all over the world. Action-packed world of sports. What a story. The Super Eagles, they got so close. But look, Yemi, I've been trying to understand the experience of this AFCON on Team Nigeria, and I just had to conclude that football gave it to Cote d'Ivoire. We need to learn from the lessons and see ways to consolidate. You also mentioned it, big night in the UEFA Champions League. Yes, it's back. Football will get our attention tonight. But I know it's all about the Super Eagles and what happened at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. And I'll say this, let's regroup. 2025 is just next year. We're going to Morocco. If you can make it to the final in 2024, then go win it in 2025. How about that?
All right, how about that? How about that? That's a good message to lift yourself, especially from the bitter memories of coming so close and losing. All right, with us in the Lagos studio, we have an on-air personality. He works for the mainland FM in Lagos. Opeyemi Akode joins us now. Opeyemi, greetings to you. I mean, who else will have on a day like this? Greetings to you. Thanks for joining us to talk about a whole lot of things.
I'm glad to be here. If the Super Eagles have won the AFCON, I probably would have dragged Austin from UK down to Nigeria, because I remember when the AFCON was about to start, I was very bold with my position that the Super Eagles of Nigeria were going to win the AFCON. We're so close. In fact, one of my friends was telling me I was quite being delusional by thinking the Super Eagles would go that far. But then, like Austin said, I hope we learn our lessons. We've come this close. We've been here before. This is not the first time we're getting to the finals. I'm trying to understand why they think this silver is now golden. But all things being equal, we have Morocco 2025 ahead of us. It's next year. I'm sure a lot of people think, oh, because it's Ivory Coast 2023. We played it in 2024. So we go into the next African Cup of Nations. And if a silver can get you member order of Niger, then a gold should get you more. So it's a good time. Let's look forward to that.
It's a good time. Let's look forward to that. Let's talk about the arrival. That's the biggest piece of news. We're expecting them to come. The boys have landed. No longer news. Austin, let me come to you. There's a lot to, pictures from that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to listen to the guys, but we talk about the things that happened today. I like the fact that a lot of us realize that we weren't expecting so much for this team. As painful as losing in the final was, let's be honest, most of us never expected us to be here.
That's right, and that's why now people are coming out and criticizing the formation, the tactics. And I'm saying, look, guys, just learn from the lessons, keep the positives, and see ways that this team will get better. This team was also plagued with injuries. I was just looking at it and saying, we just needed 3 persons to turn up in midfield. Just imagine if we had Wilfred Ndidi, and then there was Frank Oyeka who played the way he played. And even if Iwobi is having a bad day, 2 persons can actually just, step up for the team. It was a good experience, I will say, because if you come out now and just say, oh, it was a fantastic experience, people will go to sleep. It was a good experience that can get better, the last time we're in the final was in 2013. Now we've reached the final. People say, oh, we played boring football. We locked shop. I spoke to Pizarro and he said, gone are the days when you give open play and then teams humiliate you. He did it against Lesotho, didn't beat Lesotho. Did it against Zimbabwe, didn't beat Zimbabwe. Now getting into competition mode, he just needed to play 7 matches and he might just leave the trophy. And he played 7 matches, locking up. And I was saying the other day, I was on morning brief, and I'm saying, if this guy can take us to the World Cup in 2026 and play this kind of football, Yemi and Okpeyemi, let's be sincere, and this kind of football take us to the final, we will not be singing and dancing.
Sure, we will. But to put in context, what a lot of, I'm resisting the temptation, because this conversation could go in many different directions, but we just want to celebrate what the Super Eagles have achieved, and I think we should stay on that. And I'm very sure the days to come will allow us to look at all the things that should have been, that could have been, that would have been. And I'm sure today is not the day for that. But let's honor the Super Eagles and their exploits. I, for one, Okpeyemi, I'm coming to you, and Austin will probably take it from here again. I wasn't expecting them. It's painful for us to lose the way we lost, because it was there for the taking. But to be honest, none of us even expected us to go this far. So if you balance it with that, then you have to say it was a good campaign.
The fact that we could say that none of us thought the team was going to come this far probably shows how bad the team has been. From 2013, when we last won it, we've not made so much progress. In between that period, we didn't qualify for 2 editions of AFCON.
Back to
under former manager Guerrero. Jose Prasero came through, we qualified. And then we look at the setup of the team. Build up to it. Victor Boniface got injured. Whatever happens to Sadiq Kumar, he had to leave the side as well. Even Kelechi Iheanacho got okay when the tournament started already. There's also, what's his name now?
Wilfred
Ndidi and all of that. So we missed a couple of our key players that have formed the core of the team going over. But we also had a beautiful moment. I mean, Nwabali, for instance, prior to the AFCON, I was saying that, hey, our number 1 and number 2 goalkeeper is going to be Francis Uzor. But, hey, Jose Prasero just pulled the unexpected and started the first game with Nwabali. And then the whole conversation about the fact that he wasn't tested just raged on. He got to the finals. So, for me, I hope that we've learned our lessons. The fact that we felt it was there for the taking, or the fact that we felt like, oh, we didn't win, we didn't do that. This is Nigeria. No disrespect to the countries that got knocked out in the quarterfinals and then they did a bus parade. They welcomed them at the airport. We're talking about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We're talking about the country that has the 2nd largest export of footballers in the world. We're talking about the country where the bulk of our players are getting things done. Victor Osimhen in the Italian Serie A. I mean, Victor Boniface. These guys are doing exceptionally well for themselves. So we can't stoop low to the level of thinking that, oh, quarterfinal was good enough. Semi-final was good enough. That's why, even before the draws were made, I had this personal conviction that the Super Eagles were doing good, grow into the tournament. And that's what we did. Drew the first game, won the second game, won the third game, won the fourth game, won the fifth game. And the 6th one, we won via the penalties. The key one, the most important part of it, we fluffed our lines in the finals. And that's the fact. We can choose to celebrate the victories. We can choose to celebrate the wins. But at the stage where it matters the most, the boys did not turn up.
All right.
And we cannot hide from that reality.
All right. I was trying to avoid a post-mortem, but you can't run away from that. I mean, also, let's talk about the high point of the day. Everybody's been talking about it. It's been generating a lot of reviews, a lot of... but everybody's excited, it must be said. The president, of course, honored the Super. I mean, would you not want to be related to any of those guys at this moment? Would you not even want to be one of the guys who, I mean, got to watch it, to even get to meet the president, to be received by the president? Of course, hearing kind words from the president on behalf of the nation, and of course, some of the rewards the God. I mean, it is the high point of the day, and it's very fulfilling.
It is fulfilling indeed. And let's just, put it out there. It wasn't just the members of the Super Eagles that got those national awards and houses. It was also member of staff. Just everybody that's part of this team is now a member of the Order of the Niger, MON, which is just so cool. The president also gave them, I think, a flat each in Abuja and a plot of land also in Federal Capital Territory. And then these guys will be wondering, what if they had returned with the trophy? What would the president, do to them? But it just goes to show that we appreciate everything they did in Cote d'Ivoire. They did give the country a good representation. And I just hope that we will consolidate on good thing that we did at the AFCON in Cote d'Ivoire. I just hope that the players will come together and see the need to, now they know that Nigerians love their football so much. We've been saying it, and maybe some of them, because they are young, they don't understand. Particularly when we defeated South Africa. Look, all of this English we're speaking now because we lost the final to Cote d'Ivoire. If we had lost that semi-final game to South Africa, the damage would have been irreparable. Because Nigerians will not just understand the way people will come against this team. That was why I was so filled with joy that they didn't lose that game against South Africa. And I mean, there are positives. Before this AFCON, we were complaining, crying, wailing, sobbing, asking God, this goalkeeping issue, when will it end? And then we got to the AFCON, and now there's Stanley Wabali. Yes, he didn't turn up in the final game the way people would expect, but we now know we have a goalkeeper. Yes, we do have a goalkeeper now. To the extent, we have a starting 11 that we can say, okay, if Coach Pizarro's services are retained, this is the team that will start whenever, the Super Eagles, are fighting out to play a game. So, congratulations to Nigeria. This is a good one for our football. Nigeria Football Federation. Don't sleep, don't dull, jump on this, use this as bandwagon effect for all other football activities in Nigeria, because we know when the Super Eagles, everybody comes alive. So use the Super Eagles to promote the Flamingos, the Falconets, the Flying Eagles, the Golden Eaglets. Use it to promote football at the grassroots. Use it to do football programs. Use it to push good policies. Use it to promote young talents. Let's not just say, oh, we got silver now, let's go. And in March, we get busy again. So there must be something to keep this process going. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's so good. That's why we want to come out as Channels Television tonight to say no to the cyberbullying against Alex Iwobi and even some members of the team. Representing Nigeria is a big task, is a national assignment. And with the expectations we have as a people, our population, it's not easy. Look, I've gone to watch that final again. I was at the final in Cameroon. I've been to the about 3 AFCONs. When the hosts are playing, did you not say officiating was so good until the final day? Even the referee was intimidated. He was actually shaking. He will be looking at the crowd and say, if I go one round way against Cote d'Ivoire, how will I leave this country? It's difficult. So it was an intimidating crowd. And Cote d'Ivoire, look, I don't care what anybody will say. Football said, this is the team that will win this AFCON. The god of football stood by. That team was dead, resurrected, and then a breath of fresh air came into that team and they started playing extraordinary football. Look at the goal Allah scored. Allah's goal was a touch of brilliance. And I like the fact that it was William Trustekong that was on him. If it was Semi Ajayi or Allah, we would say, oh, they're Allah. He just ran with the ball. Good cross from Simon Adingra. Brilliant touch. And that was the winner. Football chose Ivory Coast. Congratulations to the Elephants.
All right, congratulations to the Elephants. I wanted us to go to the Elephants later. We'll still talk about the Super Eagles. But of course, let's listen to the president. The guys were well received. You saw that in the pictures that you saw earlier. Let's listen to the president, the words, choice words, kind words he had for the Super Eagles, for what they did for Nigeria. We'll come back to talk some more on the Super Eagles.
We salute your resilience. You lifted our spirit. You made us proud. You made us smile as Nigerians. You've not let us down. Let your spirit be lifted and be proud. Winning on a soccer field is not everything you stood for. I saw you soaking. I saw you sweating. And I admire you. And trust second, you are a true captain. You are a warrior. Osimhen is a Trojan horse. Lookman didn't look at anybody. I enjoy your camaraderie. I wish Nigerian politics is like that. As the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, to all of you, I'm honoring you with national honor, members of the Order of Niger. Members of the Orders of Niger. There is a promise of 1 flat each for every one of you. Equally, we have been encouraged by our landlord, the Minister of FCT, who had promised a plot of land for each and every player.
I mean, all right. I mean, you could see from the applause, a good day to be a member of the Super Eagles. I feel sorry for some of the players that couldn't make the squad. Having a good time to be a member. All right, let's quickly also take this out of the way. Some of the Super Eagles players reacted to the honors they received there. So let's just quickly take. Let's just. Okay, before we do that, I'm very sure Perry wants to say something. I'm lost for words. Somebody was saying to us off camera, what if they had won gold? And I'm thinking in my mind, maybe this was prepared in anticipation that they will win gold.
I don't think so, Yemi. I totally don't think so. I'm sure a lot of people didn't think they were going to come this far. You know, body language of a lot of Nigerians going into this AFCON.
Most of us are guilty.
I guess it's just in the midst of the moment. The fact that they went, even when the odds were totally against them. I mean, sometimes, you remember the last AFCON? They went through the group stages and then they got to the round of 16. We thought they were going to take Tunisia to the cleaners, and the Tunisian are qualified as best loser from that group, actually knocked us out. We couldn't even get a goal. So I think this is just the president saying that, you know what, I'm just coming on board. My administration is going to show a lot of support to sports. And I like what Austin said the other time. This shouldn't end with the Super Eagles. We know that the biggest brand. But what about the Flying Eagles, the Golden Eaglet, the Future Eagles, the Super Falcons, the Flamingos, the Falconets? The national team should be the national team across board. I understand what Mr. President had done, encouraged the boys. They got a lot of heavy backlash when they lost the finals. We understand. And you look at the mood of the nation as well. So this is a signal sending into everybody that just do the right thing. Put your energy into this. Be patriotic in whatever you do. Despite the fact that these guys have gotten a lot of money in millions of naira. They got, I mean, do you know what a flat costs in Abuja right now? Do you know what a plot of land costs in Abuja right now? These guys are good. And then when you have, okay, my name is Alex, it will be M-O-N. You have M-O-N in front of your name. You're a national award winner. Yeah. That's the beauty of it. And I feel for the likes of Victor Boniface. I know how much he wants to be at this AFCON.
All right.
But wow, Morocco is here already. We should get better.
I have to pause you. You could go on and on. I mean, I need the words of the president. They lifted our spirits. They lifted our mood. It must be said. Let's go on a break right about now, just to quickly let our viewers know that when we return from this break, on all other platforms, you will be seeing Sports Tonight, but on our DSTV platform, you will be viewing Inside Niger Delta. That's a program you will be seeing, but on all the other platforms, we will continue with Sports Tonight. Let's go on that break. There's still so much to talk about with regards to the Super Eagles and the just concluded African Cup of Nations. Welcome back. We're still on the matter, talking about the honors given to the Super Eagles of Nigeria by the President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu today, and of course the kind words coming from all corners with regards to the Super Eagles. Well, Austin, you listen to the president. One of the things echoing in my mind, which rang true, is the fact that no matter what you said about this team, no matter the way you felt they lost the final, they lifted our spirits.
Said my opening remarks, positives everywhere, any way you want to look at it. For the football fan, the need to stand by your team now. You know, anytime they're going out to a competition, it's like going for a battle and they're representing your country. So you must stand for the pride, honor, and glory of that national duty that they are representing you. So, yes, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, gave a very good speech. I must commend Vice President Shettima at the airport yesterday. He gave a very good speech, and the president followed today with an even better speech. So it means now they understand, Yemi, not just football, sports, that it's a powerful unifier. The president even found a way to link it with politics. He said he's wishing our politics like this because he saw brothers come together to play together, to execute a mission together, and everybody had one goal: to be successful as a team, and as a country. We can actually use that. See, when we defeated South Africa, look, it was a wave worldwide. Nigerians were celebrating. In fact, that victory over South Africa drew more persons to love Nigeria. People who didn't know anything about the Super Eagles became fans. I'm saying that we can consolidate on this sort of things. And that's why right here at Channel Sports, we want to condemn in its entirety the cyber attacks that Alex Iwobi has received and some other, Super Eagles players. When these guys come out to represent the country, they are doing it for us. We must back them. And remember, fans, the game is fair play. That's what it is. It's fair play. Côte d'Ivoire lost to Nigeria in the group phase. Côte d'Ivoire were humiliated 4-0. Come on, guys, 4-0. And their fans still stood by them all the way when they had a second chance to get into the round of 16. Did the fans stop coming to the stadium? No, they supported them. They supported the assistant coach that had zero coaching experience. And now Coach Faye has entered the book of records. He was coach of the tournament with just 4 matches. And that's because the country stood by him. So we want to say no to all of this cyber bullying that is happening. You threaten players, you spit out attacks, you threaten to go after their family. Alex Iwobi needs all the love and respect. He's just 27 and he has 76 caps already at 27. So since when he's been giving his youthfulness to Nigeria, he deserves more. He deserves our love, our respect. At this point in time, they need all the support we can give them, because do you think they're not hurting? They got so close. They saw the trophy, but they couldn't lift it. Let's listen to players of the Super Eagles. I'm sure they're standing by Alex Iwobi also, and they are, giving comments as regards the reception that they were giving at Aso Rock today.
But yeah, we know that we are very disappointed with the result, but there is nothing we can do. That is what happened in football. So now we have to go back and work ahead for the next AFCON, and we have some more couple of games for the World Cup qualifiers, so that is more important. We really appreciate all Nigeria for the massive support that they do to us. It's not that easy. We know everyone wants the cup, but that is what Allah decided that is going to happen. Yeah, for our colleague, I don't think he deserves what he is getting now, because I think we have done our nation proud. So we think everyone have to be proud of each of any one of us. But nowadays we saw in the social media everything. If you want to attack, just attack all the team, not individual players. So for we are just pleading with everyone that have that mindset. They should just think we are women. There's nothing we can do. We made a mistake in life, but when something like this happens, so we have to come together as unity and appreciate one another.
It's really sad what is going through for the past, I think, 2 weeks now. Some of our fans should do better, just like I said in my Instagram story. And of course, you could see there is a big solidarity in the team. And I urge a lot of Nigerians that are cyberbullying players, because we are also human. Sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes we have a good game and we get the hype. But of course, when you criticize, you have to be constructive when doing this type of things. I think, to be fair, what they've done to Alex is out of this world. Is not good. They should also look at his mental, because there are some of us that can take this to heart and then keep on grinding, and there are some of us that this thing will get to our head, and then we lose focus and we lose form. So I think we have rallied.
Yeah, that's what it is. So another call to football fans in Nigeria, not just Nigeria, fans of the Super Eagles: say no to cyber attacks, say no to cyberbullying, whatever you guys call it. It is wrong when your team, the team you support with pride, when they fall, you pick them up. You tap them on the back and say, go again. Give them that support. When they stand stronger at their back. So if you were supporting Arsenal all through the years, what do you want Arsenal fans to say? I'm sure you have an idea. When your team gets to the final, you're attacking them. What do you want Chelsea fans at the moment to say? So no, guys, the game is fair play, and I'm sure Opeyemi Akinode, we can use this once again. And that's what I said. The NFL should put up programs that will educate fans, give them a national orientation that the game is fair play.
Yes, it's fair play, and it's you win some, you lose some. We won 3 AFCON, so it's not like this is the first time we're going for. But again, you understand the passion of Nigerians. There's no justification for it. However wears that Super Eagles jersey, it's an honor, irrespective of whatever level you play, whether you play as a future Eagle or you play as the Super Eagles. That's the end both of the line. So for me, it's a total no. Getting into their DMs, sending death threats, all of those is absolutely unnecessary. Because yes, we can come here and probably because we watch at the comfort of our homes, we feel we know all of these things. These guys put everything on the line to make sure that they make us happy.
Nobody goes to the field to lose.
You see the trophy, it's worse. They got so close. You can actually pass it. I'm like, oh, if I'd actually done this, if I'd taken this throw earlier, if I'd taken this shot, I probably would have been lifting the trophy.
And just like Austin said, we hope the lessons have been learned. Let's move on now. And we're hoping this was going to be the Super Eagles, but it turns out that the Elephants are the ones doing the trophy parade. Turns out that the Elephants are the one taking the trophy across, taking it everywhere. And with this, we're now on the same level. They have 3, we have 3.
Yeah, it will have been 4.
It will have been 4 to the Super Eagles. But this moment, first time I saw DJ Drogba, I was laughing. But then he had the last laugh, actually. But pictures from the celebrations, parade through the streets of Abidjan, started from the stadium to see the bus. They went everywhere. Sweet reward of victory. And for most of us, we're hoping next time out, it will be the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We came mighty close this time. Hopefully, we will come good the next time. All right, let's move on the show now and talk about the awards. And that's the next port of call. The awards. Opeyemi is here. I'm here. Austin is here as well. We'll look if CAF got it right. A lot of people have said a few things about the awards, and nobody have really made any sort of criticisms, because a lot of people feel some of the awards justified. So I'm going to go across the screen and we'll talk about some of the things we have. Let's talk about the winners as you have them on the screen. No argument. Best player of the tournament. William Troost-Ekong, standing Super Eagles skipper, was the best player. Emilio Lopez, of course, the Golden Boot is from Equatorial Guinea, scored 5 goals. Roy Williams, the goalkeeper from South Africa, of course, won the Golden Gloves, best goalkeeper. Fair play team, of course, it is South Africa. Okay, let me get your thoughts. I want to rush through, but I want to get your thoughts. you look at all of this, is there anyone you could say, well, one other person had a shout?
I think the goalkeeper of the tournament, I mean, it could have been, Stanley Wan-Bali. He considered only one goal till we got to the semi-finals against South Africa, considered the penalty. I considered 2 at the finals. But you look at Ronald Williams also, and you look at the fact that he literally pulled South Africa to where they were, where they got to at the tournament. He saved 2 penalties for them at the 3rd place match, also saved 4 penalties for them at the quarterfinal stage before they got stuck against Super Eagles of Nigeria. So well deserved. But of course, it had to be Emilio Lopez. For someone that plays as a defender, 36-year-old in a Division 3 team in
makes
Spain,
the transition.
And they made the transition to become the highest goal scorer, 5 goals, a defender, Division 3 in Spain. It's a different ballgame. But hey, William Troost-Ekong, a lot of people didn't give him the chance to come this far in the tournament. 3 goals, the captain, fantastic. Got the job done when needed. We knew at some point he probably played through the pain, but hey, he just got it up. So I'm so happy. Perfect combination, all of the award winners.
All right.
Well deserved.
Well deserved, in my opinion, in Okoyemi's opinion. Let's see if it is 3-3 for us. Austin, the awards, the ones we've highlighted, is there anyone you feel maybe someone else had a good claim?
I said it, and I'm saying it again. I think we were well behaved. I've been trying to count the yellow cards given to Nigeria. Not that much. No red cards. I think Nigeria did post some good football. I didn't see our players get into any brawl with opponents. Remind me if I'm wrong. We always got into games with the vibes, and we were always there. I remember our players went in and they're showing love to the Angolans when we defeated Angola. They did the same thing against South Africa. Yeah, that was the only one I disputed. But then again, if you look at Emilio Lopez, if you look at Lopez, and you look at Troost-Ekong, it's a confirmation that it was a tight AFCON. It was a very tight AFCON where teams said to themselves that no striker will come here and come and shine. No striker will come here and use us to now. That's why defenders had to step up, you know. So people coming at Victor Osimhen, Victor Osimhen, only 1 goal at this competition. African football is tight. It's difficult. You know, gone are those days where people just leave things open for you to come and shine. Go and see the setup of Cape Verde. Go and see the setup of Gambia. See the setup of DR Congo, Burkina Faso. It's difficult to penetrate those teams. The setup of Mali. So when you score 2 goals sometimes, that is why Cote d'Ivoire, you think they did not learn from that 4-0? After that 4-0, who could score Cote d'Ivoire 2 again from round of 16? Nobody, because they had to learn and they had to close it too. And now say to themselves that it has to be pacey all the way. And that's the only way, you know. So I agree with William Troost-Ekong, player of the tournament. What a story, what a turnaround. This life, don't write off anyone.
Yeah.
And it's a clear testament again to everyone. Use William Troost-Ekong's story to uplift yourself, to inspire yourself. Do not quit. Whatever you're going through now, just look at yourself and say, how can I be my best version? No, don't get down with the criticisms. I look at Troost-Ekong Yemi and I'm like, what a transformation. Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, no words. No words. I mean, I've had to hear the humble pie with regards to William Troost-Ekong. I'm part of the few people that question his inclusion. And, of course, nothing else to say. He left everything on the pitch, gave his best to Nigeria. Let's take a look at some facts and figures from the tournament here. Of course, for the 12th time in history, the host country have won the CAF African Cup of Nations. And it is the first time since Egypt did it in 2006. And this next start, I'm not really happy about it because I've witnessed many. Nigeria have lost the CAF African Cup of Nations finals for the 5th time. We did so in 84, 88, 1990, the year 2000, and now 2023. And I witnessed 88, I saw 90, I mean, I saw 2000, I saw 2020, I've seen 4, so it's a bit painful for me. Emerson Faye is the first manager to win the CAF African Cup of Nations tournament without starting the edition as the head coach of his team. And of course, we've talked about this one. Nigeria's William Troost-Ekong is the first defender to score 3 goals in the same CAF African Cup of Nations since the year 2010. Look, we don't have much time, but I want you to react, especially the fact that it is now 5 times that we've lost in the final. We are becoming like the Andy Murray of tennis. Back in those days, I used to tell people Andy Murray has lost more finals than anybody that I know. And for some of us, we've seen too many of those finals that we've lost.
Yeah, it shows how good we can be. We've had the highest number of semi-finals as a nation. And the fact that we've won, that means we've gotten to 8 finals. We've lost 5, we've won 3. I mean, it shows that if you can have this record, then maybe little things here and there we could get it done. But I think the sweetest story for this AFCON for me had to be Ivory Coast. I mean, I tweeted that they were out of the tournament. 3 points. They got through it, got beat 4-0. And from that place, they just picked on and they kept going. It's an indication that when the momentum picks up on you, you need to learn to swim with the tide. They brought in a Masifai, a manager that had no prior senior experience, transformed the team, brought in more players with energy. They looked at the fact that we came in through the back door, we can get this done, and they kept going. The momentum was on them. They were just made for the AFCON finals this time around, and it made a lot of sense that they hosted, and they won.
All right, Nigerian fans wouldn't agree with that. But anyway, all right, I'll get Austin in a bit, but let's switch gears now. I'm talking about what we have. Tomorrow's fixtures, the 2023-2024 Premiership. That's a women's football. And fixtures, match day 8, the Confluence Queens up against Nigeria Tells, Abia Queens up against Dana's Ladies, Heartland Queens up against Adamawa Queens, Nasarawa Amazons will trade tackles with Royal Queens. These are fixtures for match day 8. Then you also have on the flip side in Group B, Ekiti Queens will be up against Rebel Stars Ladies. Sunshine Queens will do battle with Delta Queens. Edo Queens up against Bayelsa Queens. This obviously probably the pick of the punch. And of course, Rivers Angels will be up against FC Robo Queens. Let me go to Austin. We're pressed for time. But your thoughts on these fixtures we have on the screen?
I think they'll just pick up where they stopped the last time. I'd like to see Edo Queens and Bayelsa Queens. You know, we said it that group was a really tight one. Edo Queens trying to stay relevant, so it will be good to see what they can do in that fixture. And every other fixtures, look, the NWFL comes as competitive as you can, ever imagine. Gone are the days when you just look at the fixture and you just run out, oh, okay, it's Rivers Angels versus FC Robo, so I know where it's going. No, we've seen teams go away, pick vital points. We've seen Dana's Ladies, new team, pick, crucial points against big teams. And each time these things happen, I just come out and remind people, that tells you that talent is not a problem in Nigeria. Let's invest into women's football and make it shine some more.
All right, let's make it shine some more. Our party shot will be the UEFA Champions League, but let's spend... okay, well, since it's already on the screen, let's talk about it. Lazio will be up against Bayern Munich, PSG up against Real Sociedad. These are fixtures for tomorrow. Before we leave, Austin will tell us what is happening, but these are the fixtures you're going to see tomorrow. But okay, I want to engage you before I pass the baton to Austin. The sad story of the Kenyan. A lot of people were hoping to see him against Eliud Kipchoge. Of course, we're talking about the guy that a lot of us, Kiptum, Kevin Kiptum, the tragic incident, him and his manager lost their life. And it's a real tragedy. I mean, I'm lost for words. A lot was ahead of the young man.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's one of those bright stars. Broke the world record last month. And
I mean, he's been breaking records.
He just got the particular record, the marathon record confirmed last week, and it's quite unfortunate. I watched clips on one of social media platform where the family was saying it's a big end to a huge dream. He's got so much years ahead of him. And of course, some of these marathoners, the longer they stay in the game, the better they become. And if you've been dominating, breaking records from Chicago to New York to Berlin at that age, it shows that he's got so much ahead of him. Unfortunately, it happened. Maybe he's overspeeding, whatever the cause is. I mean, that's a tragic end. That's a really bad tragic end.
Very tragic end. All right, Austin, the floor is yours. We have just about a minute to close. Your comments on KeepTube. And, of course, give us a peek into what's happening in the UEFA Champions League. Quickly.
That's so sad with KeepTube. You know, sometimes when all of these, you know, natural disasters, accidents, and things that are inevitable just happens, you know, you can't comprehend it, you know, particularly when it involves so many people and all of that. So when I saw this story, come on, what's going on? Let's just pray that the gentle, you know, souls will rest in peace, and Kenya will be motivated by this, and that his passing will motivate younger generations. People will not be down, and it will get more people to actually get into the sport of marathon. So I want to join the family to, you know, say, may their souls rest in peace. Let's go quickly into the UEFA Champions League. Round of 16 matches, so much is happening already. It's FC Copenhagen 1, Manchester City 1. Manchester City opened scoring first through Kevin De Bruyne, and then Copenhagen got into it. You've already talked about the fixture. There are fixtures for tomorrow. Yeah, it was Kevin De Bruyne with the opening goal in the 10th minute. As early as that, remember, Manchester City, they're playing away from home. They got that goal, and then Magnus Madsen brought the home side FC Copenhagen back into it. So it's 1-1, 44 minutes already played. So we're approaching halftime already in that one. The second game is between RB Leipzig and Real Madrid. 44 minutes already gone also in that fixture, and it's still goalless. So let's see. One of the small teams, I think, might just get a win tonight, but I do not know if, you know, they can go all the way. But it's the UEFA Champions League is back, and then tomorrow we'll be back again to, you know, talk some more. I think that's where the curtain will fall on tonight's edition of Sports Tonight on Channels Television. In London, I'm Austin Okonakman. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now.
All right, that's the show. Before I go, I want to thank Kwame Akelde for his time on the show today. Hopefully we'll do this some other time.
Every time. Thank you, Yemi, for having me. Austin, it's good. Aston is playing well now.
All right, before we go, we're going to leave you with this, beautiful report packaged and put together by our man, Austin Okonakman, on the reaction of the fans in London to the Super Eagles' loss to Cote d'Ivoire in the final of the African Cup of Nations. That's the show tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye now.